Nobody sings a song like Geddy Lee.
To mold a new reality, closer to the heart. Yes, closer to the heart.
And anyone who tries to never quite succeeds.
Something's out of whack.
I think I screwed the timing at the end, didn't I?
They're singing their hearts out in tribute bands, trying to capture the intricate sound of Rush and the one-of-a-kind Geddy squeal.
Good luck. I can barely do it.
So why try? Why go on stage and struggle to copy the most successful progressive rock band on the planet?
Because everything I do in my life is Rush is involved somehow.
It's like you're in your special secret club as a kid.
The song is named for the year, 2112. It's a century away, but Toronto rock band Rush is already there, singing about a science fiction future world where Big Brother runs everything.
"2112 is about fighting against the man. Right on. Whether they're in outer space or they're in Florida."
The music of Geddy Lee, Alex Lifeson, and Neil Peart is complicated, demanding, and difficult to play. That means it doesn't get much radio play, but Rush fans don't care. They like to spend quality time in a universe of their own. There are people like these who think nothing of putting on bunny and skeleton suits and hopping around in the Arizona desert. They're making a home video using characters from Rush album covers. They may be the most uncool rock fans on the planet.
It's truly music made by kings for geeks. Made by kings for geeks.
It's pure devotion, and some take it to a whole new level in Rush tribute bands. There are more than 200 of them around the world, all trying their best to master the technical and layered Rush sound. The Gettys seem to have it the hardest.
When I was younger, I wrote a lot of really ridiculous vocal parts that are still very hard to reproduce.
My name's Spaghetti Lee, and I am the bass player, keyboardist, / vocalist for Free Will the Rush Tribute.
His real name is Dave Cornwall. Dave and his buddies from Phoenix, Arizona are skilled amateur rockers who can play anything and find Rush the most challenging. They've been playing it devotedly for 13 years. And they're still trying to get it right.
Take 489,582. Success.
Now that's dedication. Dave stops at nothing to master the sound. He's head over heels for Rush.
Why do a tribute? That's a loaded question. Love of the music.
Take Dave's house. It's the place he shares with his wife, Valerie, and his other love.
It was a 2-car garage originally, and we enclosed it, and over the years it's become this.
A rehearsal studio, complete with soundproofing on the walls. There's a whole music store in here. If Dave has a minute or a dime to spare, this is where he spends it.
This is the bass world right here. Then my two basses, the Rickenbacker. There's a Ricky here. And then I got the jazz bass here. And I just have a couple keyboards, the bass tones. Here's my sampler, and I have the vocal mic. And this is my Les Paul. My trick bag here. And why is it not working? When you're trying to run all this stuff, it can be pretty daunting. But that's where all those years of rehearsal really, come in.
Dave knows 60 Rush songs down to the last note. He even has a hint of the Rush look.
He does look a little like Geddy. They're about the same height and build, and Dave's nose is a little smaller than Geddy's, but otherwise they're very similar in structure.
So you'd think he'd be pretty confident about the show he and the guys have coming up in just 3 days, here at the clubhouse. He isn't.
Yeah, I want a lot of things to go right that night, so I have a lot of concerns.
That's because Dave is determined to make his shows bigger and bigger. But after 13 years, it's getting harder. For this one, he's adding double-neck guitars.
The fans will go wild when they see the double neck, that's for sure.
Some fancy new robes while they're playing the double necks.
Gigolo look, I'm kind of digging it. See, but this would just be,
Okay. I do get like a bonus or something for this, right?
An elaborate video projection show.
This is where we'll start. We'll do our 30. We'll be playing, and then we'll have the projection behind us.
And a guest appearance by the guy in the bunny suit and some of his friends.
Yeah, get up there and wiggle your tail like that. Right.
How do you top all that?
I don't know after this show what I'm gonna have to do. Probably burn myself alive while I play.
When you're smitten with Rush, you think big.
This truck driving is a perfect job for me.
It gives Mike Deyo of Burlington, Ontario, time to mentally plan for the perfect gig for his Rush tribute band, 2112.
We just keep building and get bigger halls and eventually work our way to Massey Hall.
Massey Hall? Is he serious? This place is a Canadian music shrine. Even the real Rush found it intimidating when they played here.
I do remember coming in the afternoon and looking around when the place was empty for sound check and thinking, oh my God, this is Massey Hall?
Massey Hall is the dream, but you've got to start somewhere. Like here, in a Burlington industrial park. Mike's rented a small room so his band can rehearse for a gig down the road. They're playing the Boston Manor Sports Bar in 3 days. It has no stage and plenty of distractions. Like Dave back in Phoenix, this will be Mike's biggest show, and he wants everything to be just right. It's a ton of pressure for guys with day jobs. Phil Jones is the Alex. Sam Albidone is the Neil. Mike should have the starring role as the Geddy, but he has a problem.
Well, I can't sing that high. I can barely sing at all.
That makes Mike just